Hello everyone, this is Ommer from Daastan. I cordially welcome you all to Lit Talks 0.0. So, what exactly is it? What's the fuss all about? What we have been posting for past couple of days. So today I have with me very own Miss Wardah Noor. Before I bring her on stage, I just want to brief you a little bit about what it is about and why we are doing this. So this particular event is brought to you by Daastan in collaboration with KhudKaar House. LitTech Layyah is powered by Demo and supported by British Council. So without further ado, let's bring Miss Wardah. Assalamu alaikum Wardah, how are you?
वालेकुम अस्सलाम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं बिल्कुल ठीक आप बताएं उमर
ठीक ठाक. So today आज हम लोग का जो main topic है on which we really want to discuss about is what is LitTech Layyah और ये Layyah 2.0 क्या है. So before we go towards LitTech Layyah, let me just quickly walk you through about what is Layyah 2.0. So I personally met Varda, I think 5-6 महीने हो गए somewhat like that. That was the first time we actually met. However, we have been
yeah
connected over with each other for like almost I think over a year or so. So I've loved her activism and the work that she do is like really amazing. And we did work together on a couple of projects before. So when I was in my entire career, I would say one thing that really inspired me was when I first went to Art Tech Festival. So that was organized by Peshawar 2.0, or at that particular time when those guys came in, it was like one hell of a thing. Like it was, Peshawar was going through an entire different scenario. Everyone thought that there's nothing that we can do about Peshawar, but then again, those bunch of crazy individuals came in, they brought in a vision, and then they showcased that how they wanted Peshawar 2.0 to, where they envisioned Peshawar to be the creative and technical and arts hub of the North. So, inspired from that, and also from taking some key learning from Asia Pacific Youth Exchange, where I went and I saw that how their local government and the local bodies are using their local resources and mobilizing their students and the community to build sustainable solutions. So I had been on that. I'm trying really hard to bring APY to Pakistan, and where we can have global leaders from all across the world, and they come in and they visit our country. So keeping all those things in the context, that's what we came up with Layyah 2.0. So me and Varda were brainstorming and we came up with this. Okay, let's just do this. Let's follow the same principles and let's make Layya the creative festival of South. So before I go further on, I would hand it over to Varda. So please tell us a little bit about okay, what is KhudKaar, what is your vision, and then we will dive in to what is Layya 2.0 and LitTech Layya.
thank you Umar and as Umar told that we know each other from over a year now and I took a lot of inspiration from the work Umar was doing that oh okay someone from the same class from the same background is doing something so we can do as well so about KhudKaar, the idea came in like 2018, but we stopped working on it in those years because there was no we were not able to find some sustainable solution. Then last year when COVID happened, and I saw that there is still extreme poverty in Layyah, and people are living like recently a domestic worker told that she spent her last 15 days on just 315 rupees so that was a huge shock for me that there are still so many people in Layya. Layya has a population of around 1.8 million people, and majority is living below poverty line. So I thought, why not create a sustainable solution for the people and work towards the poverty alleviation? And then we came up with the idea of KhudKaar and KhudKaar House. So we recently inaugurated KhudKaar House in Layya as the first community center, and where we are trying to empower local community by strengthening them through workshops, trainings, and through by connecting them to the digital world. And LitTech Layya is our first big festival in collaboration with Daastan. So yeah, this is I'm very excited about sharing what LitTech Layyah is.
So moving on, LitTech Layya is basically comprises of three main verticals. So the very first vertical is Lit Talks. This particular talk that you are listening is basically the volume O or the zero episode of the Lit Talks. In this whole month, every day you will meet a lot of amazing speakers from local as well as abroad, who will be speaking on various different verticals. Then LitTech is basically the main event that we are planning on 27th and 28th of March, provided that COVID allows us and the things are favorable. Otherwise, we'll think of something else. Lit Think is really interesting. I'll come back to it in a bit. So, as discussed, Lit Talks is basically like an online series discussions. We have almost lined up, I think, around 20 speakers, and they are from 5 countries. And I'm really excited that how what the people of Layyah can actually learn from them. Similarly, LitTech is our major offline event that we are focusing on. It will have workshops where we will go into the Laya, that is a small city in South Punjab, and we will go into KhudKaar house that Miss Wardah founded. There she has an amazing cohort of 30 incubatees who come there every day to learn new skills, and they come there with a dream to come to upskill themselves and uplift themselves out of poverty. And similarly, we are also planning to hold an exhibition where we will showcase the local art and craft, and similarly a spoken word festival if COVID allows, where the local artists will come on stage and perform. Lit Think is currently online, so if you are from Laya or if from Pakistan or anywhere in the world who is just streaming it right now, you still have time. You can go on our website or just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/mydasan. You will be able to find the links. This online creative event is live where anyone can come and write about the theme that we have already chosen. And the winner would be able to win some cash prizes. So now this is the most important part. I'll hand it over to Verda, where she will explain that what exactly is Layyah 2.0 and what is the charter that she made.
Okay. So as I talked previously that we want to work on poverty alleviation. So we made a charter name and named it Layyah 2.0, which is basically inspired from the vision of Peshawar 2.0. So we listed down these 5 points where we want to work until 2030. I can call it as a Layyah 2030 vision as well. So we listed down these five demands or five agenda points where we will be working on I'll explain each agenda point one by one, but we have called it SPES, which is first is to we have to scale small businesses, and then Omar, I cannot read this slide clearly. Just move
Okay,
on to the next slide so we can okay.
so
So okay, so the first agenda point is that we want to transform Layyah into a creative capital of South Punjab. So as I told that Layyah has a 1.8 million population, and this 1.8 million population has a lot of potential which is currently untapped. So we are tapping that potential, and we want to transform Layyah into a creative capital of South Punjab. South Punjab, it's known for the poverty, for the backwardness, and we are planning to incubate more people in the future as well. So we have around 10 years where we plan to incubate students from universities and schools and colleges, and they will be starting their own small businesses. We are planning to start around 500 small businesses in around 10 categories. We will have businesses from tech, we will have businesses in literary field, we will have businesses in the agricultural field. So there are 10 different niches where students will be starting their own small businesses, and we will have around 50 businesses in one niche. And moving on, our next vision, which is to make Layyah digitally literate. So the reason Layyah is so backward and there is extreme poverty, it's that there is no digital literacy and there is literally zero access of the internet in the villages. So we want to create free internet access points. We want to work on the digital literacy of the local people so they can empower themselves by connecting to the global world and by exploring different opportunities. So this is our vision for 2030, that we need to have at least 1 million internet users from Layyah. So next is a very I am very excited for this very specific thing because we were inspired by the I think Lok Virsa idea. So
Yes, this is the
Saraiki
joint
culture,
dream that we share.
yeah.
This is the joint dream that we
So
share.
yes. So we were inspired by the Lok Virsa model. So I'm Striky and I like Striky culture, the language, the poetry, the other handicrafts. So we wanted to promote that as well and work on art in the art space. So we thought, why not create a Lok Virsa sort of in Layyah, and we are naming it KhudKaar Arts Council, where the purpose is to train and showcase the talent of South Punjab and show the artists and the art. And I think we are also inaugurating the KhudKaar studio during this
Yes.
month as well, which is our first step towards the KhudKaar Arts Council. So very excited to work on that part. Next is again because it's all agenda points are linked to the poverty alleviation. If we work on arts council, either if we work on the small businesses, the purpose is to make Layyah sustainable, to provide employment opportunities. So until up until 2030, we want to train at least 1 lakh people from Layyah to earn a minimum of 50,000 rupees per month. As I previously mentioned that. People according to the economic survey in 2010 and 11, the average income in Layyah was 6,000 rupees. So 6,000 in this time is nothing,
It's
and
roughly
we want to
$50
work
a
on,
month. That's like
yeah,
way
it's,
below average, what the global average is.
yeah. So 6,000, and most, this is the average income, and most people don't even have the capacity to earn this average income as well. So we want to upskill this, and we want to train at least 1 lakh people so they can start earning 50,000 rupees per month. We already have the incubators at our center, which include women, young students from universities and colleges. So we want to expand this number in future and train at least 1 lakh people so they can start earning this amount. So what? Yeah. So our next point. This is also very. I'm very excited about this one as well. So most of you might know that South Punjab is famous for its agricultural trend. Layyah is also an agricultural place. So there are a lot of farmers. So now the condition of farmers are all around the world. We know how farmers are facing so many difficulties. We have examples of recent protests, and then we have the market prices for the different farm items have gone way below the cost of growing them. So we want to collaborate with the universities around the world and around the Pakistan to set up the agriculture and dairy research labs in Layyah and different villages of Layyah. So and those labs, I think this idea was inspired from the Umar's Bangkok
Yeah,
visit. So Umar can further explain it as well.
sure.
But we want to, yeah. So
So basically, this
so
was like my kind of input into the main bigger vision that she had. So when I went to Bangkok, so there we went to Bansake village. So I still remember my APY family when we went there into our host villages, and then they showed us how the local villagers were actually setting up the local research labs within their sheds, where they were experimenting with the food and coming up with, like, for example, one of the farmer that I remember, I don't know his name. Hello, if you're still remembering, I still miss you, and I'm really inspired from you. So what he did was that he took the pomelo fruit and he made candies out of it, and that was like really one insane idea. So then we brainstormed, me and Varda, and then we thought, I think we can do much better than that here in Pakistan as well. We can easily turn that raw product that we have, the fresh raw products, into maybe a high end product like maybe jellies, candies, and other things that can be sold in the market as well, in the even in the cities as well. So that would also not only help the local youth to become more creative and more entrepreneurial in nature, but it will also provide livelihoods and create more jobs in the local community. So that was like one way where whatever I learned, I'm trying to give back to my local community. And I'm really glad that the Varda is here, and together we share the stream, and we are really excited to work on it. So that was like our whole agenda. And if you are still listening and if you are streaming it after tomorrow, you can still reach out to us at merasawal@daastan.com. We would love to hear from you if you have any collaborations, you want to sponsor us, you want to support us. If there's anything that you want to do, we are always reachable at this particular address. So, moving ahead, so, Varda, what do we have? What's the timeline looking like? So, what have we achieved and planned so far? So, what should audience expect?
Okay, so we have a lot of event planned, and I think we did an event before as well. So we had this talk a day before on International Women Day, where we talked about the unsung women heroes of Layyah. And today we had the meeting with the social workers of Layyah, and they are all are very excited to work on this idea and to contribute towards this. So we are setting up with them and working on ground to make sure that Layyah that we fulfill this dream until 2030. So this is the plan, and then we have almost talks planned every day online, and then there is an
So, is
event
the
coming up
so
on
what's the
27th and
status?
28th.
So, what's the
Yeah.
status on the local government and the academia? I see you were hustling a lot. So, whom have you met? What have we got? What have we achieved so far for the people of Laya?
Okay, so I talked to MPA, so he also gave a time for the meeting, and he was very interested in the idea, and he said that he is willing to hear us more and then work on it together. And we also have a meeting scheduled with the district administration, including DC and AC tomorrow. So we have already talked on over call, and we have talked to them about the idea. So they want to listen to more tomorrow. So let's see what it unfolds. And we also had enablers. I talked to enablers for the event, and they are very willing to come to Layyah and to spread e-commerce in Layyah as well. So I think you might have seen the post I made on my Facebook page, and there is a lot of storm on the in my inbox to like bring enablers as soon as possible. So the youth is actually very excited about the idea of e-commerce coming to Layyah because they have seen how it has worked in other cities. So they wanted something like enablers to come in Layyah, and now we hopefully will have enablers as well.
So that's really exciting. So on our end, so what we have already planned and like pretty much done is we are setting up a digital lab inside KhudKaar. So they already have computer lab, but we are further upgrading it to a digital lab where our platform will be contributing digital tablets using which the local youth of Laya can come and enjoy the high speed internet and also access the digital courses, and they can practice comic art and comic designs, book cover art, all on graphic tablets. And this tool would help them upskill themselves and earn much more money through freelancing than they are doing through traditional means. Because as Verda mentioned, there are not enough opportunities available locally. So with access to internet, which is provided by KhudKaar House, that is run by Verda, we are hopeful that the local youth would be able to not only earn more, but also bring in more prosperity into their local community. So I think that's all for today. I guess we have had a really exciting discussion, and tomorrow onwards you will meet a lot of amazing speakers. If you want to know who is coming next, just head on to the Facebook pages of Daastan and KhudKaar. On Daastan, you will find all the caption and all the content in English language because we mostly have international audience. However, if you are from Laya and if you face a little bit difficulty in understanding English, you can always head on to KhudKaar page. They have all the content available in local language for the local community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Varda, for being with us. It was a pleasure. Let's
Thank
talk it over.
you. Yeah. Bye bye.